Good morning, Miramar, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tamara G. As always, you can check us out on all of our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. And with us, we have from Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, the CEO, actually, Caitlin Stella, and the CEO of Memorial Hospital Miramar, Stephen Demers. And we're so happy to have them because the Memorial does so much for the City of Miramar and the partnership that we have together. And we just want to talk about some of the new things that are happening in the city and with the hospital as well. So welcome to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. So I guess we'll get started with you, Caitlin, because, you guys, it's amazing what you do with kids. Particularly with the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital. Tell us a little bit about some of the new things that are going on and how it refers to Miramar.
Yes, thank you so much. So we are thrilled to be the community's children's hospital. It's such an honor and a privilege. And I think as community members, I think we should all be really proud that we have such a special children's hospital here in this area. And over the course of time, Joe DiMaggio has grown quite a bit since 1992, when it was a unit inside Memorial Regional Hospital, until we built the 4-story building in 2011. And then last year, we opened another 4-story expansion. So now we're an 8-story building, beautiful freestanding hospital in Hollywood, but the draw is so much wider than Hollywood. We have so many families that come to the main children's hospital from all over, as far north as even past Palm Beach County. And we have a facility in Wellington that opened in Palm Beach County to reach those families up there. We have offices in Boca and Coral Springs and further out west. But part of our goal is to be close to home. So we really do try to pay attention to where families are moving, where the population of children is growing. And Miramar really it fits all of those criteria. It's a beautiful place to raise families. The number of kids there is growing. And so knowing that we have our Memorial Hospital Miramar campus and our facility there, which is absolutely beautiful, and we have so much room to grow over there, combined with the number of families over there, we decided that that made sense to be our next outpost, to have like a women's and children's pavilion. So on Steve's beautiful campus, we built this amazing facility, and we're able to do outpatient surgeries for kids, and we're going to be doing imaging and a lot of specialty care. So that really is our model, that the main hospital obviously has all the high-end and surgical programs and things like that, but then getting to families where they are is our goal, and that's where Miramar came into play.
Well, I love the fact that, again, everything is on one campus, because that makes it very convenient, right, Stephen?
It sure does. As Miramar's grown, it's hard to believe we're now up to more than 4,000 deliveries a year.
And Miramar, stop it.
It is the truth. It's a special thing when you're wandering the halls and you get to hear that wonderful melody as another baby's been born into this world. It's just been amazing. The other thing that we've been able to do for the community with Joe DiMaggio's support and their specialists is we're now a level 3 NICU hospital. We have that capability within our NICU, which is super special, right? Once again, we can help our families stay a little bit closer to home when it's medically safe and appropriate to do so. And our families just tell us it's something that really, really matters to them. And then with our Joe DiMaggio specialty clinics that have been added within the same campus, we now have more than a dozen super wonderful specialties available for our community to once again help them stay a little bit closer to home and get that really important care that they need. The minute they need anything that's a little more acute or a little higher of a level of criteria, we get them right over to Joe DiMaggio. And it's the same thing as for our amazing we have a Joe DiMaggio pediatric emergency department. So our emergency department has 2 separate entrances, and I don't know if everyone realizes that, but we have a special entrance just for pediatrics. And then of course we have a wonderful adult emergency department. But our PZD again is another really important thing to our community, because we really believe that, kids do need to be treated in that environment. And then we have the services to support them. And if not, of course, our team with Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital quickly steps in.
If you are just now tuning in, we are speaking with Memorial Miramar CEO of Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, Caitlin Stella, and also the CEO of Memorial Hospital Miramar, Stephen Demers. And Stephen, I want to talk about the growth of Memorial Miramar because I remember when that hospital was built out west. What is it, 172nd and Pembroke, right?
Exactly.
And right. And so for a long time, people didn't even know. I actually have been there before. My gynecologist was out of there, but a lot of people didn't even know that Memorial had a hospital that far west. And now to see the growth that has happened in just, I mean, it's really grown very fast and in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it really is incredible. So you're going to date yourself a little bit. It's been 18 years since we opened, which is really crazy to believe. And it's really been a wonderful thing. We've just continued to expand our services and offerings for the community. I don't know if you had a chance to swing by here on Halloween, but on Halloween, we had what we call our fall festival for the kids. So from 4:30 to 6:30, we brought the kids in and we had almost 1,000 community members on campus, with some fun events, a whole lot of candy and a bunch of educational materials for parents. Just a tremendous day that saw a lot of crazy costumes.
And that is what community is all about. And that is why Memorial Hospital has been a great partner for the city of Miramar. And it just goes to show too how much we've grown as a city. I think we're up to about 130,000 people now. And this is what they used to call a bedroom community of about 60,000 people. But I want to go back to that for Caitlin, because as the CEO of Memorial Miramar, Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, and just like Stephen said, 4,000 births last year. Not every birth is a perfect birth, or that, children are able to go home. And so this is where Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital comes in as well.
Yeah. And Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital crosses over multiple facilities, our services. So of course, we're in Miramar, and like Steve said, we have our pediatric ED and our level 3 NICU. And here at the main hospital, we have our pediatric ED and we have a level 4 NICU, which is the highest you can be. And it's also the only one in the county. So we're doing neonatal surgeries. We do even things like heart transplants on neonates and small babies. And it's amazing that we have this resource right in our community. We also have Memorial Hospital West, which delivers babies and also has a pediatric ED. And so when you combine that footprint and just knowing that where families need us, and then they get transferred to the main Joe DiMaggio Hospital, it's a really great system of care. And combined, even though there are 4,000 births at Miramar, there are 15,000 births in the county that we take care of within Memorial Healthcare System. That's 62% roughly of the whole market, which is amazing, which means parents know that that's where you want to have your baby in our health system, because if anything goes awry, and that could mean something for the parent, like the mother could have complications before the delivery, during the delivery. They could even be a patient with a chronic health disease that's known before birth, so the mother can be the high risk patient. Or you have complications that are fetal or once the baby's born. And so we have everything. That's why our families love to deliver their babies in our system, because they know that we get to keep the parent and baby together, and that we can take care of everything, whether the mother or the baby are the patient. So it's a very special and unique model, and it's rare to find even across the whole country. So that is, like you're saying, I mean, sometimes things are complicated in advance, and so you seek out a specialty care center with specialists like ours at Joe DiMaggio or within Memorial for adult care. And sometimes you don't know. And we have families that choose to come and have their babies in this system just in case, because just in case something happens, you have everything here.
If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for watching Good Morning Miramar. We are speaking with Memorial Miramar CEO of Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, Caitlin Stella, as well as the CEO of Memorial Hospital Miramar, Stephen Demers. And Stephen, I wanted to ask you the question because as Caitlin just mentioned, people choose to come into the Memorial Healthcare System to have their babies with Joe DiMaggio. But even with the hospital, it's not limited by if you live in Hollywood or if you live in Miramar. Anyone
Not
can.
at all. Yeah, not at all. We're very, very fortunate that, it's a really special health system, as I think you're very well aware of. And it's really, we strive and we've really focused on patient family-centered care. That's everything we do, everything we do every day. And so what we're seeing is that's, people from Dade are coming up, people, coming down from West Palm Beach, specifically Joe DiMaggio, people will fly in to go to Joe DiMaggio for the specialty services. But to really take care of the moms and babies, we're really starting to pull from the tri-counties. We're actually, when it comes to GYN care, we're actually, for the tri-counties, Memorial Hospital Miramar is the #1 GYN surgery facility in the entire tri-counties. And we do that robotically with some really state-of-the-art technology, taking care of our moms, making sure before and after they're they're healthy and doing well. But I think it's really the what we have with the partnership of our health system, having such a very special children's hospital within our system, that we can offer these type of services that can range the entire spectrum of life, which I think is really important. And I think it's value for people. They want to be safe and they want to be cared in an environment that's really special, and I think that's what we offer.
Well, obviously,
Okay.
no one wants to go to the hospital, but if you
Right.
do, then maybe you should pick Memorial in Miramar, because they've got it down pat for the adults as well as the kids. And Caitlin, did you want to add something to
Yeah,
that?
I was just going to say one thing that's really important to us at Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, and I think anyone that's ever been here will tell you it is true, is that we do everything we can to make it not feel like a hospital. We want the kids to feel like this is their place, this is their space, we're here for them, and all of us, no matter what our roles are, we really try to fit in a way so that they are not intimidated by us, whether we're clinicians or even just people like me walking around. I try to be cool. I try to look cool. It's hard, but I try, and and
Do
it
okay.
is one of those comments we get all the time, that like they felt so welcome and so loved, and so, the whole family just felt like everything was high TLC. And that is also true at Miramar, because we're really trying to incorporate the special sauce that we have here with the kids there, because we bring things like child life specialists and some of the integrative therapies that make it easy for children to go through healthcare experiences, because they're explaining things to you in a way you understand at your age, whether you're 4 or you're 14. They're bringing tools that help you with coping and distraction and pain and all those things that we really try to avoid and minimize that, because we know that those early experiences in childhood set the stage for how people feel about healthcare long term. And some of these kids are going to have care for their whole lives. And so it's important to us that they feel that this is an easy, friendly place. And so that is also carrying over into Miramar as we expand our services there. And Steve and I are in lockstep about making sure that happens, because that's really what parents and children remember about their experience at Joe D.
Amazing.
And as we discussed, the real benefit, of course, of having this increased level of specializations and specialists here is it's just more convenient, right? Because when you think about the challenges of being a mom or a dad, it's tough. You don't have a lot of time, and if we can make it that much easier for our families here in Miramar, so be it. And that's our goal, is to really make it just an easy experience. We're even now doing ENT type surgery and orthopedic surgery on pediatrics, which is, again, it's appropriate to be here, and you're near home. So I think it's just a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, and you can stay off these South Florida roadways.
Yes.
One place to another, trust me, that's enough right there. So y'all for putting the hospital, the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, on the campus of the Memorial Miramar campus as well. So it's just, we don't have to get on Miramar Parkway at all.
That's right.
I wanted to ask the question, Stephen, that you guys, and I'm sure this is also true for Caitlin, that at both facilities, besides the healthcare that's going on, you guys kind of are a one-stop shop, with social work, mental health, things that people, financial assistance, things that people worry about when they're sick that they really probably shouldn't be worried about?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And I think that's what makes Memorial so special is the first thing we do is we take care of the patient. And then we'll think about insurance or no insurance, but it doesn't matter to us. We always take care of the patient. We always do what's right. And we have, basically every service a family is going to need, through social work, through, as Caitlin mentioned, the child life specialist, through our specialists, both surgical and medical. And we also have the most amazing rehab programs, including a U18 sports program that's probably the finest I've ever seen in our new facility, and that draws a lot of our young athletes here so we can get them back on the fields. But having, that full spectrum of services, I think that's what, our communities deserve. And that's what we strive to do every day.
Yeah, and I will definitely echo that we are the community, so we feel very much like we're here to take care of them, and we're here to make sure they have what they need. And in fact, at Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, we have an entire department of family and support services. It's just for anything you need, whether it's from a social work standpoint or you have questions about insurance, like we're here to make sure your questions get answered. And like Steve said, that's always secondary. We always say, you're worried enough about your child. You focus on your child. We'll focus on the system. We'll focus on the administrative stuff. We're here to help. And that's really something that's very special about our whole health system.
All right. Well, if you didn't know, now you know. We have a Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, Memorial Miramar, and it's right on the campus with the bigger hospital. So you might want to check it out, 172nd and Pembroke Road, West Miramar. So happy to have both of the CEOs on with us. Memorial Miramar CEO of Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, Caitlin Stella, as well as the CEO of Memorial Hospital Miramar, Stephen Demers. Thank you all so much for everything that you all are doing for our community here in Miramar and South Florida as a whole. And we wish you guys much continued success.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thanks
your
so much
support.
for having us.
We appreciate it.
No problem. And thank you for watching Good Morning. I'm
Steve
your
and
host,
I,
Tamara G.
we're going to throw you some love, Tamara.
Wait a minute. What about Team Joe D? You gotta have a little Team Joe D going on, right?
There you go. It's a lot of Joe D going on.
I know, I forgot my hat.
Thank you so much for tuning
Thanks for
in
having us.
and watching. I'm your host, Tamara G.
Thank you so much.
See you.